Namaste. Time for some nice easy stretching. My name's Gayatri. Let me know if that music's too loud in the comments. I sometimes hear the music back when I listen to it, after the live stream, and it seems a bit loud. It's very, very soft here, but this microphone picks up so much noise, so I hope it's not too loud for you. And roll the shoulders. A few times the other direction. Squeeze them up towards the ears. Take an inhale. Nice big sighs. Inhale, squeeze up. One more. Inhale. Lift the arms, bring the palms together, and exhale to Namaste. Inhale, sweep up. Nice big breaths. Exhale, Namaste. One more. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale to Namaste. Hands on your knees or in your lap. Just a few small rolls with the circles with the neck. Change direction. Let the shoulders slide down away from your ears. Bring your awareness to your breath. Just feeling the breath entering and leaving through the nostrils. Take a moment to go within. Take your mind off your externals. Now bring your index finger and middle finger to your forehead. Ring finger sits against the left nostril, thumb sits against the right nostril. I'm going to inhale through both nostrils, press the left nostril closed, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, press that one closed, exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left nostril, press that one closed, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. And just alternating from one nostril to the other. Just watching the journey of your breath, keeping it nice and smooth. One more round through each nostril. As you take that last inhale, release the hands, exhaling through both nostrils to finish the cycle. 3 more nice deep breaths. Just relaxing a little more with every exhalation. Bring the hands beside the hips and taking one ear to the shoulder and then the other ear to the other shoulder. And take the right ear to the shoulder, sliding the left shoulder down, stretch the neck. And lift. A few more times. Left ear to left shoulder. Slide the right shoulder down and stretch. Lifting the head. Gazing over the right shoulder and then over to the left, keeping the chin parallel to the floor. Gazing over your right shoulder, just holding here. Over to the left shoulder and hold. And then back to center. Chin to chest, and then lift the chin up, stretching the throat. And this time, as you bring the chin to the chest, keep the shoulders back, spine straight, just holding that chin in towards your chest. Keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. And then lift the chin, stretching the throat. So we're not dropping the head back here, we're lifting through the front of the throat. And then coming back to neutral, a few figure eights with the neck. Taking the chin over to the right shoulder and then across to the left. Back again. And lifting. We'll take our strap now for our shoulder release. You probably get this every class. My favourite pose, this one. So just using a strap or a belt, or you can use a towel, and we're just going to take the strap wide enough that you can get your hands behind, arms behind your back without bending your elbows, but you still want to get a good stretch. So you don't want to have them too far apart, but you don't want to have them too close together either. You don't want to struggle. You just want to be able to relax, feel that lovely stretch. And take the arms behind, lift and lower, keeping in that tight area. So we don't want to let that tight area loosen off. And back to the front. Put the strap to the side, you may need it for the rest of during the rest of the class. So we're going to lift our right arm now, place it in between our shoulder blades. Left arm comes out in line with the shoulder, and we're going to turn the arm. So rotating it forward and up, then place your hand up your back, clasping your fingers. If you can't use your strap, pop it over your shoulder. Take a hold of your strap, working your hands towards each other. Try to lower this right shoulder. We don't want the shoulder right up. And we want to try and keep our elbow in line with our shoulder. Release, moving to the other side, left arm lifts, place it in between your shoulder blades, right arm out to the side, rotate it, and then bring it up your back. If you can't quite reach, use your strap. Releasing a few shoulders circles, get the cracks out of your shoulders, change direction. Coming over onto hands and knees. So hands are directly under your shoulders, knees under your hips for some cat-cow. Lift the sit bones, arching your back, and then round the back. Tuck the tailbone under, gazing at your thighs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Coming to neutral spine, walk the hands to the front of the mat. Forehead to the floor or on a book if it can't quite reach the floor. Just melting down, letting that chest melt down towards the floor. Stretching out your shoulders and chest area. Walk the hands over to the right. You can bring the left hand onto the right hand for a deeper stretch, or one beside the other, lowering the left shoulder down to the floor. And then walking over to the other side. Back to the front, hands underneath the shoulders, the right arm sweeps up. Take it behind the left arm, coming onto the shoulder and temple for thread the needle. If you have shoulder issues or your spine is a bit tight, you can use your bolster. Just bringing your temple and shoulder onto the bolster. You can use a cushion if you like. Now wrap your arm around your back, roll the shoulder back for a nice spinal twist. Make sure your hips are level and the weight is evenly distributed under both knees. One more nice deep breath. Lifting the arm, place it down on the floor, unthread. Left arm sweeps up, thread it behind the right arm, coming onto shoulder and temple. So try not to let your whole face squeeze down on the mat here. We want to activate, engage that shoulder. Right arm, shoulders rolls back. Unthreading yourself by bringing the right hand back under the shoulder, coming back onto all fours. 3 more cat-cows here. And we're going to slide the right leg out behind, take it over to the right hand side. And then make your way down, toes are pointing to the front, coming down onto your forearms or forehead, or maybe you're up on your hands. Whatever works best for you without struggling. You don't want to struggle, you just want to relax. Just let that inner thigh soften, stretch. Keep your breathing going. Nice rhythmical breaths all the way through your practice. And making your way back up onto your hands, bringing them under the shoulders, and then we're going to swing the right arm up. Now if your arm's not comfortable up in the air, wrap it around your back or bring it onto your hip. Three more breaths here. And then release. Bring your hand back to the floor. And we'll take the left arm up. Now if your arm isn't comfortable there, take it around behind your back. And lowering 3 cat-cows with our leg out to the side. Just loosening up that hip joint. And then we'll walk our hands back, coming up onto our knee. If you do have a block, you might find it handy. You can do this without a block. So make sure your heel is lined up with your knee and your toes are pointing to the ceiling. You can bring a block into your left hand if you have one. Sweep up. And then exhale, bring the block underneath your shoulder. So there's 3 levels to the block: high, medium, low, and the next level down will be the floor. So come to wherever you're comfortable on that block. And then right arm reaches over towards the ear, out into the fingertips, rolling the side of your body back, right side of your body back. So we don't want to be, if you're rolling forward, you probably need to come up a little bit higher. And next inhale brings us up. Right hand takes the block. Bring it to the inner knee and reach over. So your hand can be just resting there in front of your knee, or it can be on your block, or maybe on your waist if it's more comfortable. Inhale, sweep up, leaving your block where it is, and exhale, hands behind the hips. Bring the hips forward as you lift the chest. Pressing the hips forward. Opening up the hip flexor on the front of the thigh. Opening up your chest. Neck is following the curve of your spine. Bring your elbows towards each other a little. And we're coming back down onto our hands. Keep your block handy. Knee comes back underneath the shoulder. Slide the left leg out behind and then over to the left, coming onto the sole of the foot, knees pointing to the front, lowering down if you need to. And coming back up onto your hands. Make sure your right hand is directly under your shoulder, left arm sweeps up. Wrap it around your back or on your waist if you prefer. And then lower. Right arm sweeps up, or wrap it around your back if you like. Rolling that right shoulder back. And hand to the floor. 3 cat-cows. Coming up onto your knee, rotating the foot so the toes point to the ceiling, sweep up, block in right hand. Hand to the block, reaching over into the fingertips, rolling the left shoulder back. Reach out so you stretch and elongate the whole left side of your body. And then coming up, swapping the block to the left hand and bring it down beside your knee and reaching over. And leave your block there, lifting the arms, taking them behind your pelvis, pressing forward, lifting the chest, elongating the spine. And then we're going to bring both knees underneath our hips. So make sure they're hip distance apart. We're coming into camel. So inhale, lift. Exhale, right hand behind the pelvis. Left arm sweeps back. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, come into child's pose. Inhale, arms sweep up. Left hand behind the back of the pelvis, arching back. Arms sweep up and into child's pose. Palms are up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, both hands onto your pelvis. If you want a wrist stretch, you can point your fingers to the ceiling, really opening and lifting the chest. Don't let your neck drop back. It should be following the curve of your spine. Keep that neck nice and healthy and safe. 3 more breaths. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lower into child's pose. And take your arms to the front of your mat, stretching them forward, spreading the fingers nice and wide, come up onto your knees, curl the toes under and exhale to downward dog. Roll the shoulder blades away from each other, slide them towards your hips, bend your knees, draw your chest to your thighs. Keep your head in between your upper arms. Nice long straight neck and heels. Move one at a time down to the mat, stretching out the back of your legs. And we're coming down to our knees for an easy plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, into child's pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep your elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale into child's pose. Inhale onto your knees. Exhale, curl your toes. Swing to downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Rolling up one vertebra at a time. Sweeping up. Bring your palms together and exhale to namaste. Walk to the front of your mat. Moving into some sun salutations. Nice, slow, easy ones. Inhale, lift. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left leg steps all the way to the back, knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lunge. Inhale. Exhale to the floor. Curl the back toes under. Swing that leg back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Shoulders back and down, elbows in. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet as you bend your knees. Rolling up one vertebra at a time and sweeping up. Bring the palms together and exhale to namaste. Walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right leg steps to the back, knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lunge. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the floor. Step to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet to hands, bending the knees. Rolling up. Sweeping up. Namaste. Walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left leg steps back, heel to the floor. Inhale, sweep up. Nice lunge in that front knee. Nice deep lunge. Hips level with the front of the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale to the floor. Step to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward dog. Hands to feet. Just walk, rolling up. Sweeping up. Back to heart center. Come to the front of your mat. Inhale. Lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right leg steps back. 45-degree angle on that back leg. Nice steep lunge in that front knee. Sweeping the arms overhead. Nice big belly breaths here. One more. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Rolling up. Sweeping up. Namaste. And we're going to step forward with the right leg. So we want heel lined up with the arch or the heel of the back foot. Slight angle on the back foot. And we're going to bend into the front knee. So you want the foot coming in, not out towards the back of the mat. Check your knees tracking over the center of your front foot. Hips level, arms up to shoulder height, gazing over your front fingers. Straightening the front leg now. Reach out, trikonasana. Feel that nice inner thigh stretch before you bring your hand to your shin or knee. Left arm lifts. Maybe you're all the way up You want to keep these ribs flat, and you want to keep your shoulders back. You don't want to bring them forward of your hips. If you're up against a wall, you want the hip and shoulder in line with, in touch with the wall. Keep the lower ribs nice and long. Stretch them out. You can gaze up at your finger if your balance is good. If not, you can look down at the floor or straight ahead. Coming up, keeping the front leg straight, or reverse triangle. And the front knee, reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Reach out, bring your forearm to your thigh, palm faces up for, God, I've gone blank. Side angle pose. I've only said it 50 million times since I took up yoga. Keep that lunge in the knee. You don't want to start to straighten this knee. Nice deep lunge so that you can strengthen the thigh muscles. And then inhale, sweep up, feet to parallel. Exhale, fold down, keeping your back nice and straight. Good for core strength as well as you lower. So fingertips to the floor, maybe fists, maybe you're up on a block. You want to keep your back straight here. Lift your sitting bones, roll them up towards the ceiling. Maybe you're down on forearms. Take the right hand underneath the chest. Now make sure that you're not rounding. If you are, you're going to have to come up on a block because it's very bad for your back to twist and round at the same time. So you want to keep your spine straight as you lift the left arm up. Lower. Right arm lifts. And lowers. Come down a little deeper into that forward fold, nice and calming for your mind. If you get a bit angst, come into a forward fold. It'll definitely improve your mood. Brings a lot of blood and oxygen to the head and brain, which is probably what I need today. A little bit of brain fog there. And then we'll bring the hands up onto the hips, rotating up through the hips. And we'll turn the right foot in slightly, left foot turns to the front of the mat. Make sure the foot is pointing directly to the front of the mat, just like it's on a railway track. Bending into the front knee, and take your arms up, gazing over the fingers. So we're just sinking down in between the legs here. Shoulders are sitting on top of the hips. Keep rolling that left knee over to the center of your foot. Don't let it knock in. You're going to feel like you're rolling these thighs away from each other. Nice hip opening. People think of warrior as being a strengthening pose, building stamina, but it's also a really good hip stretch. Now straighten the front leg, reach out into Trikonasana, keep those shoulders level with the hips. Right arm lifts, don't round these ribs, nice flat ribs, so you might be up high like me. My body won't go any lower on this side. So I just work with my body. Don't try to do what I can't do. That's how we have to approach yoga, working within the limitations of our own bodies. Now bring the right hand to the hip, Left arm reaches over, keeping the front leg straight for a reverse triangle. Nice stretch for the rib cage. Bend the knee now, coming into reverse warrior. Arms to shoulder height, reach out for side angle pose. Inhale, lift. Feet to parallel, hands to hips. Take your feet into a 45-degree angle. And we're going to bend the knees into a mini squat. So we want to try and get these knees back so they're tracking over the center of your feet. If you've got really open hips, you can come to have your feet pointing out to the edge of the mat, and you can still have your knees tracking over the center of your feet. But most of us have got a bit of an angle on our feet. We don't want to lean forward. Tilt those hips a little. Bring your hands onto your thighs and just give them a little press there. This lengthens your spine. Sink a little deeper. Then we'll bring our arms up to Kali pose. You can even stretch your wrists here as if you've got a plate on your wrists, on your palms. Keep working these arms back, opening up the shoulders. Lift the heels for our balancing pose. Heels to the floor, hands to the hips. One more forward fold here, so come back to feet parallel, hinging down. Keep those shoulder blades working towards each other. Don't open them up too much. Now we're going to come down onto our knees. We're going to take them out wide. Really wide. Now if you might need to actually roll your mat up a little bit. I'm going to come into frog pose now. So roll your mat up so you've got a little bit of padding under your knees. Now if you can, bring your feet to line up with your knees, your ankles to line up with your knees, and flex your feet. If you can't do that though, just point the toes. And we'll come down, maybe to forearm or forehead, or maybe you're all the way down. If you're quite low to the floor, you can bring your chest down to the floor. You want to keep your hips on top of your knees. So if you have a line down your mat, knee, hip, hip, knee, all on that line. So don't bring your hips forward, don't take them back. Just breathing into the groin and inner thighs. This is a really nice opener for the groin area of your hips. Three more big breaths. Coming up onto your hands, and we're going to bring the knees in, the toes together. Coming down into a variation of frog here. So we've got our toes together, knees are wide. And we'll make our way back up. Bring your knees together, roll your mat out, coming down onto your back. And bring your feet in close to your hips. And we're going to bring our left ankle above the right knee. And we're going to thread through that central triangular part, taking the back of the thigh or the front of the right knee, interlacing your fingers. And from here you can just relax here, or you can flex the feet. You can slide the right knee away from you as you draw your left knee away from you as you draw your right knee in towards your chest. You can even bring your head up, whatever gives you the best stretch. One more nice big breath, and then we'll bring the foot to the floor, releasing the hands. Take your arms out to shoulder height, left leg crosses over the right, and then we're going to roll the knees to the right hand side as we gaze over the left arm. And then we'll lift the legs, uncross them, bring the right ankle above the left knee, threading through, taking the back of the left knee, the back of the left thigh or the front of the left knee. And any of those variations that you would like to come to. Releasing the foot to the floor, right leg crosses over the left, roll the knees to the left hand side as you gaze over the right shoulder. Or up at the ceiling if that's more comfortable. lift the legs, uncross them. I'm going to bring the hands down beside us, the palms on the mat, feet in quite close, rolling up into bridge. We're going to do 3 rolling bridges. The third one, as we come up, we're going to hold. So we're rolling back down and then rolling back up. And down. And then coming up. Holding. Keep your knees level with your hips, don't let them splay out to the sides. Rolling back down. Hug your knees into your chest. And take your block or a cushion or a rolled up towel. We're going to place the block underneath the pelvis, sliding the legs out towards the top of your mat, just letting your back relax and stretch. You can put 2 blocks underneath your back if you like. If it's too intense with one, just bend your knees up a little bit. Bring your feet back up, lift the hips, roll down, just hug your knees in again, just release your back. And we're going to grab 2 blocks now, or a couple of books. So we're going to make a T out of our blocks. You can have it sideways if it's too intense up high, so either way. We're going to put the block in between the shoulder blades. Bring the T part underneath the head. And then we're going to take our arms out to the sides. It should feel comfortable. Your block shouldn't be digging into you. So if they are, just adjust until you get them into a comfortable position. Knees can be bent if it's too intense. You can even take your arms up, all the way up. And then bringing your arms down beside you, if they're not already there, and we'll come up. Releasing the blocks. Interlacing the fingers, lowering back. Take the arms up over the head. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Try not to jerk here. Come forward, nice hamstring stretch, and we'll roll back, just like we're rolling in our spinal rolls. And then exhale. Four more. One more. You can release your fingers, take your knees into your chest, bring your forehead to your knees, rolling up into a little ball. Then take your knees and roll them in circles, or finish off with happy baby if you prefer. And change direction if you're doing sacrum circles. Slide your legs out, extending them right out. Popping your knees on a bolster helps to stop your back from aching. Slide your arms away from your body, palms are facing upwards. Fingers are softly curled. Relaxing your toes, each of your toes. Relax the soles of your feet, tops of your feet. Your heels sinking deeper and deeper into the floor. Let your ankles be soft. Relax your lower legs, your knees, your upper legs, hips, pelvis. Buttocks are sinking gently into the floor. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your spine. Feel your back muscles sinking gently into the floor. Relax your abdomen. Just let it be soft. Feel a rise and fall as you breathe. Relax your rib cage. Feel the expansion and contraction as the lungs move in and out. Relax your chest. Feel the expansion and the contraction. Shoulders are soft. Just let them sink back into a nice comfortable position. Relax your upper arms, your lower arms, your wrists, hands, palms, fingers, thumbs. Relax the back of your neck, the front of your neck, and your throat. Relax your facial muscles, scalp, back of your head, resting against the floor. Relax. Feel a nice rhythmical flow of your breath. Start to bring some energy back into your hands now, just by gently moving your fingers and toes. Bring your arms over your head and give the body a nice stretch all the way from the toes to the fingertips. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them in and give them a few rolls or rocks from side to side. And then roll to one side, just slowly making your way up to seated. Awesome kirtan. So we're going to sing the mantra Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. So kirtan is the singing of sacred mantras, call and response style. So I'll sing them first and then you respond. I sing, you respond. Just rest your mind in this mantra. Your turn now. One who is not disturbed in spite of the threefold miseries, who is not elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear, and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. So a bit of work to do there. We want to be on an even keel, so we tend to go up and down with the happinesses and the depressions in life. There's going to be crests and troughs all the way through our lives, but we don't want to be going up and down with it. It's really exhausting and agitating. We need to just practice our yoga and meditation and just be on an even keel. Everything's going up and down around us, but we're steady on our path of bhakti, and we're feeling calm, relaxed, and full of inner peace and satisfaction. So we can be on this steady keel even though the life is going up and down. But if we're going up and down with it, it's not going to be a very peaceful situation for anyone. So remember that when you start to go up and down with the things in life, just take to your meditation, go back to your meditation and stay steady. So namaste, thank you for joining me.